All right, welcome, welcome. We're going to wind the clock back. All of a sudden, it's not 2018, it's 1944, and we're somewhere out in the Pacific, along the Marianas Islands. Did you hear that C-47 that just landed about 5 minutes ago? Well, it had a special performer on board, a special guest, one we've all been waiting for a long time, because wherever Bob Hope goes, Hope comes in return. And with that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Bob. What a way to avoid the draft, Hope!
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, fellas, it's great to be here. My name is Bob, Lincoln Park Airport Hope, reminding all you GIs out there to brush your teeth with Pepsodent using plenty of traction, and your teeth will never be missing in action. And I'm really happy to be part of this USO show here today. We've been doing shows all around the country, all around the world for the last couple of years. In fact, it's gotten so bad that all the soldiers, the sailors, the Marines, the Coast Guardsmen, they all started calling me USO Bob. Except I understand the Japanese and the Germans, why, they shortened that a little bit, and they just call me USOB. Yeah, the U.S. Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, great to be guests here. Yes, sir, the U.S. Coast Guard, making sure the Navy doesn't get lost since 1790. That's right. Oh, are they leaving? Are we that bad already? So a couple of things I learned in the Coast Guard today. I learned with hanging out with the Coast Guard fellas today. An Alaskan cruise is not an option for a honeymoon. Thank you. You can laugh at that one. Anyway, and when members of the other branches of service come to visit your cruise station, they shout, "Wow, I haven't seen equipment like that in 40 years. All right. And I gotta tell you, I saw a sign on the back of that airplane there. There's a bumper sticker on the back of that airplane. You might have seen that bumper sticker. And it says, "Support the Coast Guard, search and rescue, get lost." I think I will. Thank you. I'd like to bring the Colonel back up over here. Colonel, how's it going, sir?
Oh, jeez. Who the heck writes your material? That was just terrible.
Awful? Really? You didn't like that one? So who writes my material? Why, Bing Crosby, of course.
Hey, Bob, you know, I mean, seriously, I mean, I don't know who writes your material, but are they on our side?
I think they're on our side. I think they're on our side.
Can I try a joke?
Sure, go ahead.
It's got to be better than what you've been...
I'm sure it is.
All right, Bob, here's one for you. You can write this in your joke.
All right, I got a pen. Wait, I'm going to write this down.
Bob, what's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
The difference between a hippo and a Zippo? Well, I don't know, Colonel. What is the difference?
Well, you know, a hippo is really, really heavy, and a Zippo, well, a Zippo is just a little lighter.
All right,
I tried.
I will write that.
I tried.
I will write that one down. But you know, I tell you, Colonel, did anybody ever tell you that you look just like Clark Gable, my good friend Clark Gable?
Bob, thank you. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I really appreciate that, and I do get that a lot, Bob. But I gotta ask you. You got to keep that one under your hat.
Oh, why?
Otherwise, Bob, it's just bad luck.
Why is that?
Well, you know, Bob, you got to remember, I'm the Group CO here. Okay, I'm a combat fighter pilot, and I lead a squadron of fighter pilots into action every day. Well, I have to tell you, with bad luck, I don't need it, because the last thing I need is to be gone with the wind.
Oh, Gone with the Wind. But you know, that reminds me a little bit of Hollywood, I have to say. And my good friend Dorothy L'Amour and I were walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and Dorothy walks into this dress shop, and she says to the shopkeeper, "Say, sir, can I try on that beautiful dress in the window?" And the shopkeeper says, "Of course, but wouldn't you prefer the privacy of the dressing room?"
Oh, Bob. Hey, Bob, I got to tell you, you've made a lot of pictures with Dorothy L'Amour.
Sure did.
And Dorothy just sends me. I'm telling you. Hey, do you think after the war you can introduce me to Dorothy?
I see no reason why I can't.
Well, just to tell you how much I really, really appreciate her, I named my airplane after Dorothy L'Amour.
You did?
I call her L'Amour Me Some More.
L'Amour Me Some More.
As a matter of fact, I had the artwork done on the nose of my airplane just for her. And I got a picture of her.
Oh, let me see.
There you go.
Oh, my Lord. Boy, this is a very interesting picture of Dorothy L'Amour. In fact, as near as I could tell, she's practically wearing no clothes at all.
Got that right.
And you know what? you're not such a great painter. There's a little bit of a exaggeration here, Colonel.
Yeah, well, you got to understand something, Bob. We've been out here in the Pacific for almost 2 years, and it gets a little lonely out here. And we don't see many women, so I had to paint that by memory.
Painted it by memory. I see why. I see why.
Yeah.
Thanks, Colonel. Hey, how about that Tokyo Rose, huh? She's been just doing a heck of a job annoying all of our troops out here in the Pacific.
Well, you know, I'm glad you mentioned Tokyo Rose, because I have to tell you, Bob, on your next stop in the Marianas in the islands here, you're going to have a special fighter escort. So we're going to make sure that you get to your next destination in one piece.
A special fighter escort, and why is that?
Well, I don't want you to worry now, Bob, but
I'm not worried.
We've been monitoring the broadcast from Tokyo, and I have to tell you that Tokyo Rose has taken a particular liking to you. As a matter of fact, she's a big fan. She's such a big fan, Bob, that she's put a price on your head and that of Bing Crosby.
A price on my head? Holy cow, how much?
You mean Bing? Bing?
Bing. How much? Oh, wait. There's a price on Bing's head? Oh, good. For a minute there, I thought you said there was a price on my head. Just a price on Bing's head? Well, how much money did they put on Bing's head?
About American money, about $10,000.
$10,000. Wow, that's a lot of money on Bing. Did they put any money on my head?
Yeah, they did.
They did? How much? How much?
37 cents.
37 cents?
Yeah, I think that just about covers postage and handling.
Oh my goodness, Colonel, some disrespect I get. But hey, Colonel, I tell you what, I bet you'd like to introduce for us today the star of our show. She's standing right here off to the side. Let's bring on to the stage right now the beautiful and talented Dawn O'Day. Let's give her a hand, folks.
Welcome, Dawn.
Thank you.
Here she is, fellas, the lovely and talented Dawn O'Day. And Dawn's been going to star with me in my next big Hollywood picture that we're going to call, interestingly enough, The Road to Lincoln Park Airport. So tell me, Dawn, she's from New York State, from New York City. It's the first time she's been in Hollywood. Tell me, Dawn, what did you think of the town?
Well, I was looking forward to meeting a really big star.
A really big star? Well, you sure are lucky you ran into me.
Why, do you know any? Could you introduce me to someone like Joe Torre, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby? Bing
Crosby, there we go with Bing Crosby again. Well, let me tell you something, Dawn. I made a lot of motion pictures with Bing Crosby. And what would those pictures be without me?
Academy Award winning.
Oh, Academy Award winning. Well, now that really hurts. But let me tell you something, Dawn. The Academy of Arts and Sciences has just selected me to be the MC at this year's Academy Award ceremony. So maybe there's something in store for me.
At your house, though, don't they usually just call that night Passover because you're being passed over for all of the awards?
Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, I think I'm just gonna pass over the mic and the stage to the lovely and talented Dawn O'Day. What do you say? Give her a big hand.
Thank you. Is this the railroad? I want a one-way ticket down to Tennessee. I'm leaving immediately. Chattanooga, here I come. Pardon me, boys. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29. Well, you can give me a shot. I can afford the Chattanooga choo-choo. I've got my fare and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal choo-choo train. Part of me voice, who is that the Chattanooga choo-choo-choo? Right on track 29, baby, oh yeah, boy, you can give me a shine. Oh, give me a really good shine. To call funny face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'm never wrong. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Thank you. Well, this next song actually didn't top any of the charts until 1945, so we're going a little outside of our time window here, but that's fine. It actually topped those top charts 3 times in the same year, 3 different versions, one with Harry James and Kitty Callan, the other with Ella Fitzgerald, and a third with the Ink Spots. Or no, pardon me, Duke Ellington. So 3 times in 1 year this song was on the top of the charts.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never looked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow, a candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shattered boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a forlorn fire now. I never made love by lantern-shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Oh, I'm beginning to see the light. Thank you. There were 3 little sisters, 3 little sisters, and each one was only in her teens. One loved a soldier, one loved a sailor, and one loved a lad from the Marines. Now those 3 little sisters, they were the fairest from Iceland to the Philippines. So said the soldier, so said the sailor, and so said the lad from the Marine. And when the boys marched away, the girls said they'd be true until the boys came back someday. Now those 3 little sisters, 3 little sisters, stay home and read their magazines. You can tell it to the soldier, tell it to the sailor, and tell it to the Marine. Three little sisters, each one was only in her teens. One loved a soldier, one loved a sailor boy, one loved a lad from the Marine.
into mine. One day in May, I'll come and say, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. What a wonderful wedding there will be. What a very, very wonderful day for you and me, dear. Church bells will chime. You will be mine in apple blossom time. I'll be with you in apple blossom time. Then I'll be with you to change your name to mine. One day, maybe in May, I'll come and say to you, dear, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. And what a wonderful wedding there will be one day in May. What a very, very wonderful day for you and me, dear. Church bells will chime. You will be mine in apple blossom time. Thank you. Blue sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing their song, nothing but bluebirds all day long. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my, they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies, blue skies, blue skies, nothing but blue skies from now on. Bluebirds, they're singing their song, and all of these bluebirds have got me singing along. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by, when you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Thank you. ships will sail again all over the world, and drinks is all that may fall from the skies above. A kiss won't mean goodbye, but hello to love. When the lights go on again all over the world, and the boys are home again all over the world, then we'll have time for things like wedding rings that three hearts will sing. When the lights go on again all over the world. So one of the most important things that people need to realize about the music of the 40s and of this era, and the music that was played radio broadcasts and dance halls and canteens, is that this music wasn't just for listening to. Many of it, the vast majority of it, was also meant to be danced to. So there we go, dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I'd love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. And I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Come dance with me, I'm with my arms about you, that charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem defeat you. So I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you do to me. By me, Mr. Shane, please let me explain. By me, Mr. Shane, me too grand. By me, Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain, but me, Mr. Shane, so kiss me, I'd say you understand. By me, Mr. Shane, you've heard it all before, but let me try to explain. By me, Mr. Shane means that you're grand. By me, Mr. Shane, it's such an old refrain, and yet I should explain. It means I am begging for your hand. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. Pretty, 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 pretty. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. By me, Mr. Shane, so kiss me and say that you will understand. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful and fabulous Dawn O'Day. Give her a hand. And I'm so glad she sang that last song, because if you don't know, the bartender here is Mr. Shane, and he answers my call all the time. My beer, Mr. Shane. Thank you very much.
That's close enough.
All right, but anyway, I got this telegram, very important telegram, when I was off stage from a friend of mine back in Hollywood, and he wants me to read it out to you because he thinks someone out there in the audience might be able to help him. It reads, "Please help. Stop. I bought an 8-week-old female German Shepherd that we named Sherry as a surprise for my wife. Stop. But it turns out my wife is allergic to dogs, so now we are looking to find her a new home. Stop. She is 39 years old, a beautiful, caring woman who is a great cook, keeps a good house, and also knows how to drive. Stop. Oh, stop. Stop, stop, stop." And I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've carried this golf club all around the world, carried this golf club, entertaining the troops. And when we were in the China Burma India Theater, some of the soldiers there in India gave me this beautiful teak wood head for my golf club. And then we came and we did a couple of shows on Iwo Jima for the Marines, and the Marines gave me this beautiful snakeskin handle wrap for my club. Then we came back to the States, and we did a couple of shows for Congress. You all know Congress. Well, they gave me the shaft. And I gotta tell you, thank you so much. I gotta tell you, thanks for the memories. I gotta tell you, boy, it gets dark here at night in Lincoln Park. Did anybody else notice that?
Yes.
That's just me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a couple more songs. I think we have time for a couple more songs from the beautiful and talented Dawn O'Day. Let's turn it right over one more time. A couple of songs. Thank you.
How about the airplug?
Your sunglasses. That's why it's so, one of the many reasons that we do this is, of course, to remember and pay respects to the men and women of the greatest generation that fought and lived through World War II and those harrowing times. And of course you all heard of our guest speaker who was supposed to speak tonight. So once again, everything that we do here is in their memory, and especially in his memory, Mr. Johansson. So this song and all of our songs are in honor of him and all of those veterans that fought through these dark days. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just you wait and see. There'll be the world is free. The shepherd